Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of Universe Mode here on WWE 2k22, and it's a special one because this is the last ever episode of NXT UK, not just for WWE 2k22, but also ever, as after this show we will have Clash of the Champions, a pay-per-view where the NXT UK and NXT 2.0 champs will go at it. And then it will dissolve. So, last show of NXT UK. Let's make it a big one. And I think we have a big one lined up. First off, tag team wrestling in the women's division. Jenny will team up with Saray to take on the team of Valentina Feroz and Ulysses Leon. Tyler Bate, the first ever NXT United Kingdom champion, will face the current champ, Wolfgang, in one-on-one contest. Obviously, Gallus at ringside. In our main event, the European Championship is on the line. Carmelo Hayes will defend against the former champion, Noam Dar. Feroz and Leon get the win in that match. We'll touch more on that one in just a moment, how big of a win that is. Wolfgang wins over Tyler Bate. Gallus did get involved to help with that victory. But now it is time for our main event. European Championship on the line. So we get ready for our main event. It is for the European Championship, a rematch for this title. And this one has a lot of implications because not only do you walk out of the show with the championship, the winner of this match will go on to Clash of Champions, the NXT pay-per-view. That is the night after Clash of the Castle, which will actually be the last ever episode of WWE 2k22 Universe Mode. So a big one. But the winner of this match will head there with the European Championship in tow, and they will battle the North American Champion, Grayson Waller, to unify those titles. It should be an awesome match. High stakes. Hope you guys are excited for this episode. If you are, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more wrestling content. We are almost to WWE 2k23, and I'm excited for it. Once we wrap up the last week of shows here on 2k22. I mentioned the pay-per-views earlier. Clash of Champions is the next NXT pay-per-view, but actually right before that we have Clash at the Castle. Yes, a lot of clashes are on the way. Those will be the last two big pay-per-views here on the channel. I'm thinking Clash at the Castle will be next Saturday, I think. Or maybe this Saturday. No, actually it's going to be this Saturday. Sorry, I forgot when this video is going to go up. This video is going up on Monday. I'm recording it on this past Thursday. So it'll be this Saturday will be the Clash at the Castle pay-per-view. But making his way to the ring now is Carmelo Hayes, the European champion. Won this championship from Noam Dar at the last NXT pay-per-view, Worlds Collide, a couple months ago back in June. And Hayes has held on to that championship ever since, as this is the rematch. We'll see if Noam Dar can win it back, or if Carmelo Hayes here in almost enemy territory, so to speak, can retain the championship. As both superstars now in the ring, it is time. Yes, the European Championship on the line is the new title that took the place of the Heritage Cup trophy in NXT UK. It is being decided here as the champion and challenger are in the ring. First off, it is the challenger, Noam Dar, the former European champion. The first one to hold that title since it was reactivated, but he lost it to this man. He is the current European champion, Carmelo Hayes. As Carmelo Hayes made the trip across the pond. He's alone as well. No Trick Williams in his corner here tonight. He's going at it on his own, as Carmelo Hayes turns over the championship as we get ready for another clash for a title. I've had a lot of those in recent times here. This is the third episode in a row where a championship has been on the line. The European Championship recently reactivated. Going to go back on the shelf past Clash of the Champions. But who will go to that pay-per-view with this title? Will it be Dar? Will it be Hayes? It's time to find out. Here we go. This match is made official. Our main event of the very last ever episode of NXT UK. As you know, these two are going to want to show out for that spot as well. As is Carmelo Hayes here with the early advantage. But Noam Dar quickly takes Hayes back down off his feet. As a Scottish Supernova looks to lock in. Dar's been a very big competitor here on NXT UK. Former, as we said, Heritage Cup trophy winner. Last man to hold that trophy before it was turned into the European Championship. And Dar defeated Rob Van Dam on a previous episode of NXT UK to win that new title Fortunately for him, he lost it shortly later at Worlds Collide to the man, and he's currently in the ring with Carmelo Hayes. So Dar has thought of this matchup for quite some time, but he gets kicked in the face for good measure. Hayes ties him up there on that top rope and delivers a super kick right on the jaw. That's Carmelo Hayes, the current European champion. He would love to go to Clash of Champions with that title and battle Grayson Waller. We've seen Hayes and Waller on NXT 2.0 have some disagreements. They've gone head-to-head, so a little bit of animosity there between those two superstars, as Waller recently won the North American Championship from Cameron Grimes. And Carmelo Hayes with another opportunity to become North American champion. He's a former North American champion in his own right. He'd love to be a two-time holder of that belt, as he's had a very impressive run since winning the breakout tournament last year with that championship shortly after. As Hayes here going for the first pinfall of the night. Doesn't even get a 1 count. Dar quickly kicks out. And Hayes maybe sending a little bit of a message to Noam Dar, as Carmelo drop kick to the back. We've also seen Hayes turn over a little bit of a new leaf in recent times. Showed some respect to his longtime foe in Cameron Grimes. Now, not necessarily getting the same love here. This is almost enemy territory for him. Noam Dar with a little bit of the hometown advantage, considering he is from this neck of the woods. But we'll have to see if that plays a factor, as Noam Dar does currently now have the upper hand. Gives us Hayes a drop kick to the back of his own for good measure. As both superstars make their way back to the feet. Combination of strikes. Noam Dar takes down Hayes again and messes with a nice kick to the back. We mentioned Clash of Champions a couple of times, as earlier in the night we saw a couple of big clashes. First off, that women's tag team match, Valentina Feroz and Ulyssa Leon did win that matchup, and with that win they're actually going to go to Clash of Champions to battle the NXT women's tag team champions Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. That'll be the only championship that is on the line that is not going to be unified, so that will be added now to the Clash of Champions card. And then we saw in the second matchup the current NXT United Kingdom champion Wolfgang, who recently won that title. He beat Tyler Bates, a staple of NXT UK. Gallus did get involved. We did see Mark and Joe Coffey distract Tyler Bates in that matchup, allowed their leader in Wolfgang to pick up the victory. But now he has a huge matchup lined up at the pay-per-view. Wolfgang will go one-on-one against the NXT champion in Gunther, as they will unify those titles. And meanwhile, Gallus, Mark and Joe Coffey will unify the NXT UK Tag Team Championships against the NXT Tag Team Champions, which is Imperium. So very much Gallus and Imperium on opposite sides come this Sunday, as it is a big, big show. Also on the card, Mandy Rose and Miko Satomura will unify the Women's Championships. And aforementioned Tyler Bate, the only non-championship matchup on the show, will be a battle of first-time champions. Tyler Bate, who we saw in action earlier tonight, the first ever United Kingdom champion, will defend that championship. Or not defend the championship, he will battle the first ever NXT champion, Seth freaking Rollins. Yes, Seth freaking Rollins will be in action at Clash of Champions. It's shaping up to be a phenomenal show. But back to the action right now. A single leg crab here by Carmelo Hayes, trying to get Noam Dar to tap out, unable to do so. Noam Dar slips out the back and looks to once again slow down the pace. Kick to the back of Hayes again, targeting that lower spine of the champion. And again, he's going to go for this inverted figure four. Ties up Carmelo Hayes. An inverted version of the figure four, a little bit modified. It allows for Hayes to not be able to roll him over onto his belly to reverse the pressure. So Hayes is forced to fight out of this hold, which he will do successfully. He breaks the grip of Dar's legs, but you can see the damage done a little bit. Hayes was favoring that left leg a second ago, but Carmelo Hayes just connected with a stunner out of nowhere on the Scottish Supernova. And just like that, Carmelo Hayes is able to get right back into this one. Now he's going to try to go for a pinfall here to retain the championship. It only gets a 1 count. Carmelo Hayes showing a little bit of frustration here. I think Hayes just wants to escape the hostile territory with the championship, as there's a nice maneuver. An armbar now locked in on Dar. Dar is close to the ropes. He just has to reach out. Not sure if he quite realizes where he's at, as Hayes continues to crank away on that left arm. But Dar is not going to tap, so Carmelo releases the hold. Is now back. Superstars both to their feet, and Dar connects with a brainbuster. Holds the cover here. This to crown the new champion. Gets 2, but Hayes just gets that shoulder up. That was a close call. Almost had a new European champion in this back and forth contest. Now looking for a knee bar. Dar rolls through. Hayes is in the center of the ring. He's got to be careful here. If Dar extends that knee, permanent damage could be done, but Hayes not allowing that to happen. Dar does just give up on the hold. He wants to transition to whatever he has next in plan. It looks like more stomps to the lower back. And just targeting, again, the arms of Carmelo Hayes. Dar is a very methodical performer. He will target, very adamant in his submissions. He's currently the one with the advantage here. Going to go for a pinfall here, just trying to put some pressure here on Hayes. Not sure if he'll get it here. Gets 2 and does force Hayes to kick outs. Exert a little bit of pressure, as Dar believes he could be closing in on that championship. As there's a big knee for good measure. That almost could have been a knockout knee, right almost on the jaw of Hayes. As Dar firmly in control, going to go for these more stomps on the legs. Continue to soften this up. Back to the knee of that left leg. As Hayes, you can tell, is in a lot of pain. As the longer this match goes on, Carmelo Hayes' chances of retaining the championship could be going up in smoke. There's a nice Northern Lights suplex by Dar. As the champion in a lot of trouble, connects with the desperation headbutt. Down goes Dar, but Hayes quickly up to the top rope here. This is not where you want to be if you're Dar. Hayes trying to go for the home run shot here. Going for that big leg drop off the top rope, and it connects the leg across the back of the neck. Hayes going to retain the championship here tonight. No! Dar kicks out at 2. Hayes can't believe it. He went for the home run swing. He got it, but Dar kicks out. But how much does Noam have left in the tank? Hayes gets him back to his feet. There's a big strike. And for good measure, Hurricane Rana, down goes Dar. And Hayes, now the one firmly in the driver's seat, just wrenching away on the face. Rev, you didn't see him. Maybe caught a little bit of the eyes there. He's doing whatever it takes to retain the championship. Again, spins down Dar. This time, center of the ring. That arm bar applied again. You can see Hayes wrenching away on that left arm. Dar with nowhere to go, taps out. And Carmelo Hayes leaves London, still the European champion, but it did not come easy. Dar took it all to Carmelo Hayes. Hayes was on the back foot for a very long time. Dar dominated most of the match, but connected with that huge back of the neck leg drop. And that opened up the opportunity for Hayes to latch that armbar in and retain the European Championship. And a nice fitting ending to the NXT UK brand. A phenomenal championship matchup in our main event. NXT UK, it's been real. This is the final episode of NXT UK, as it will merge with NXT 2.0. We'll see if they can go out with the bang, because next up is Clash of Champions. And we now know this matchup. It is official. Carmelo Hayes will celebrate here tonight, but on Sunday, he'll go one-on-one against Grayson Waller, the NXT North American Champion. That should be a good one. Also, we talked about this match earlier. Imperium versus Gallus. Tag titles on the line. NXT Tag Champs versus the NXT UK Champions. And in the women's side of things, Mandy Rose, the NXT Women's Champion, will go one-on-one against the final boss in the NXT UK Women's Champion, Miko Satomura. That one should be a phenomenal encounter. And then, of course, the NXT Champion, Gunther. The NXT United Kingdom Champion, Wolfgang. Leaders of their respective groups. A lot on the line in this one. Championships, bragging rights. We'll see who comes away with the top prize of the NXT brand. Also, the only championship that will be on the line. Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez will defend the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships against Yulissa Leon and Valentina Feroz. And the only non-title matchup, Seth freaking Rollins returns to the NXT brand, will represent NXT 2.0 against Tyler Bates of NXT UK. That one is going to be a classic. You don't want to miss all of it at Clash of Champions. It'll be the last episode here on WWE 2k22. Hope you guys enjoyed this one as we march closer to the new game. Hope you guys are excited as I am for the next pay-per-view. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you drop that like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more Universe Mode content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.